Each year, the rich and the wealthy donate a part of their assets for the betterment of the society. This can range from curing diseases and upliftment of the underprivileged and many more. To talk about this, we have here with us Anas Rahman Junaid, who is the founder and chief researcher of Hurun India. Hello, sir. Pleasure to have you here. Um, Anas, I want to start by asking you that what's stopping the billionaires of India from donating a major part of their wealth for the betterment of the society?
I don't have answer to that question. Uh, but see, I would just give a comparison of how the philanthropy has progressed in India. If you look at the big ticket donations, let's say donations of rupees 100 crores and above, right? In India, in the number of entrants in the 2024 I'll give Hurun India philanthropy list who've donated more than rupees 100 crores is roughly 18. Now you compare that number with China, which has got twice the number of billionaires, dollar billionaires in India, an economy which is almost 5 times the size than that of India, right? The number is just 25. So the gap is only 7, right? So I am really optimistic about two things. One is India is a very young country, and substantial amounts of wealth creation has happened in the last 2 decades. Yes, I do agree that wealth creation philanthropy there is some catching up to do, but in the path of India becoming a developed economy, India would possibly be a role model for the rest of the world in terms of how philanthropy should be done. And there are some examples which dates back centuries back to Jamshedji Tata, whose donation of Tata, to most of the ownership in Tata Trust, or let's say as recently as 2 weeks back, Mr. Abhishek Lodha announced that 18% or about 20,000 crores of macrotech being given to charity. So you would see such big ticket things happening in the next few years. Yeah.
On that, I would like to elaborate. I mean, if you could elaborate how the philanthropy has evolved in India, since you were talking about the Tatas.
Yeah. See, very very big. For first, the number of individuals, right? I mean, of donated 100 crores, that's gone up. If you look at the total cumulative donation, that's come to about almost 9,000 crores. It's 55% more than what it was 2 years back. If you look at the number of people who donated more than rupees 50 crores, that has gone to that's gone up from 12 to about 30 now, right? If you looked at the in the philanthropy list, the number of individuals who donated more than uh, uh, 10 crores, that number has gone up from 12 to about 25 to around 61. So everywhere the number is increasing. Look at the number of women philanthropists, about 21 in the list this year. In the top 10, you have 2 women philanthropists. So you have philanthropists coming in from first generation of family businesses, professional managers, NRIs giving back to India, startup entrepreneurs like Nikhil Kamath, Nitin Kamath, and Binny Bansals. So it's firing across cylinders. But I think we need to see a lot more wealth creation. And I really am optimistic that a lot more of philanthropy would happen. Mainly from 4 arcs. One is the family run businesses. Second is from new age businesses like tech entrepreneurs. Third is professional managers. And fourth is NRIs wanting to give back to the country.
So, which are the sectors or the causes the billionaires and the rich want to sort of help in the betterment of the society?
So these wealth creators, I'll use the word wealth creators, from their standpoint, or from the 2024 Religion for India philanthropy standpoint, most of the donations have gone to education and healthcare. Very understandably, for a country like India, these two would remain as one of the primary causes. But this year, one interesting fact that's happened is that number 3 spot is environment and sustainability. About 61 in the list have given some part of money towards allocation towards environment and sustainability, and occupies the number 3 spot, and led by Nitin and Nikhil Kamath to Rain Matter Foundation and so on. So that's actually quite interesting. You not only have the causes which where you can see immediate result, but also have long term causes like climate, and I don't know if climate is long term or short term anymore, but then climate, and then societal impact, what Nandan is doing or Chris Gopalakrishna is doing, wherein doing research on in the research, especially a lot of things that are happening. The costs being taken by these entrepreneurs. Yeah.
As you said that the wealth is rising in India, when we look at the smaller cities, tier 2, tier 3 cities, do you see that the contribution from there towards the donations and towards philanthropy is also seen?
No, I don't think so. I think Nagma, who's CEO of Edelgive, was talking a couple of minutes back. I think there is lot more action to be seen there. Uh, uh, it's it's also a factor of value creation and wealth creation. Let's say if you're an entrepreneur in I don't know, this name is Cochin, and you create a lot of wealth there. Your first priority towards philanthropy is to support the local community. So that's where collaborative platforms like Edelgive and Grow and all that organization comes into picture, wherein you could find NGOs that can address the needs of some of these tier 2, tier 3 cities like Northeast and so on. Currently, I think if this message being seen by someone, I think one important factor is one important message is that, I mean, there are a lot of it's not being addressed as much as one would want wished it to be. I think they need some more support and a lot more to catch up there as well. Yeah.
So, how do you think that can be done? Like, how can we facilitate more people with wealth in those cities to also contribute, and obviously from all over the country?
Answer is, I can speak about we've been working with Edelgave for the last 6 years. I think they have an amazing platform called Grow, which is about collaborative philanthropy. So one of the biggest problem is that if I am, let's say someone like me from Kerala and settled in Mumbai, for me, my knowledge about what the real problems in unknown place like Northeast is very minimal. So we would need some advice or somebody who we can trust independently to guide us to allocate some part of philanthropy there. So the collaborative platform, Settle Give, they are the organizations such as them would be the best sort of people to speak to understand and engage with such communities.
And lastly, I would just ask that what's your outlook on the whole philanthropy? Um, uh, how will it develop in the coming years?
So in 2019 list, the 2018 list, the number of people in the list was 100. Now it is about 200, 100 Greece, right? So if India's GDP has to double, the wealth creation has to go up, and there is no perfect correlation between wealth creation and philanthropy, but there is a trickle down effect in terms of philanthropy. So I really hope this list to be, let's say, a 500 uh, size list, or even maybe 1,000, maybe at least a 500 by the time we hit the GDP is double the current size. So that's my 5 and GDP we should double in 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, yeah, in that those many number of years.
Thanks, Anas. Thank you so much for joining in.